Hey everybody, welcome to Weight Loss for Women Over 40. I'm your host, Nikki T. I have a fun episode for today. A special guest is coming on, and we're going to be talking about an evening reset for better sleep, which I think is super important for women over 40, especially if you're kind of heading into that end of perimenopause, into that menopause phase. I know I am, and my sleep is kind of all over the place. But I want to welcome you to the podcast. And if you are a first-time listener, welcome in. This is the place where you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and listen because if you're done with diets and you're really ready for a totally different new approach that actually works long term, mindset is the missing secret sauce in all this. I've been doing this since 2002 and I taught all the dieters mentality stuff and it just doesn't last. And then I found mindset and it's been a game changer for me and for my clients moving forward. So if you haven't seen success and you've tried all the diets and tried all the workouts and you're still not seeing anything change, I want to invite you to dive into this podcast, listen to past episodes. Also, you can go to weightlossforwomenover40.net/reset and grab your free copy of my Mind and Body Reset ebook. That is going to give you a deeper connection to your body, which is the first step in losing weight. So you can go grab that. Again, the website is weight loss for women over 40.net/reset. All right, so I want to bring on my special guest today. Again, we're going to be talking about evening reset for better sleep. And I am not going to say her last name. She's going to pronounce that for us because I will not do it justice at all. But Natalia is a sleep and energy coach. She is a psychologist and a senior breath, body, mind teacher. She helps women restore sleep, energy, and focus by working with the nervous system, not just habits and willpower. So if you are if you're familiar with my podcast, this is going to be right up your alley. So I want to welcome Natalia, and she can pronounce her last name when I bring her on. And we're going to click there. And Natalia, come on in. Natalia, yeah, you're unmuted. There you go. Please tell everyone
Thank
how to say your last name because I will butcher it.
thank you, Nikki. Thank you for this opportunity to be here. This is such an important field of work, that area of work that you are doing, and sleep fits right into this because it's a big part um, of everything, of how we feel. So I'm Natalia Kuznetsova. Um, I'm Ukrainian, so the last name is yeah, sounds weird.
No, I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful last name. I would butcher it. I would totally butcher it, but no,
Thank
welcome
you.
to the show. I'm so glad you're here. So, kind of tell everyone how you got into what you do now and a little bit about how you can help people.
Yeah, so as it often happens with people, they start doing something that they struggled with for a long time, and that's happened to me because I used to work a lot, work late as a freelance translator many years ago. Then I had twins, and I still thought I could do both. I could spend time with them and work at night. So my sleep was, well, it almost didn't exist. And I thought I could do it. And I think when you're like 25, 30, 35, you can do that, but then it accumulates. So my health suffered so much. And um, I headed straight into burnout and had a lot of problems. So little by little, I started learning, and I went back to school, studied psychology and all kinds of tools for my health, for my mind, and they worked. I use I'm certified in positive psychotherapy also, and it works really well with many things, including sleep. But then 4 years ago, a full-scale invasion of my country happened, and I found out that my tools were not enough because
Mm.
I just couldn't hold all of this together. I couldn't support my kids. I have 3 kids. Um, and I did everything. I knew everything for mindset and for this and for that. But when you don't have safety, when you don't feel safe
Mm,
in your body, in your environment, in everything, I started feeling pain all over, and I couldn't sleep at all,
mm,
and it got worse and worse. So I looked for more approaches, and I found Breath, Body, Mind. This organization did a lot of trainings for psychologists in our country, and little by little, I started learning and took all classes I could, and now I teach other trainers, and I'm
mm.
really happy I found it because it's not all I do, but it's a big piece of what helps in general, I do everything related to nervous system regulation, but sleep is a very big part of it. Even when people don't complain about sleep, we usually work on their sleep first and then everything else, because then you get more energy, more focus, and so on. And of course, I'm 48 myself, so this topic is very important to me because I work a lot with moms, but also I work a lot with women over 40.
Mm.
That was kind of long, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I know in America, like we definitely are this like go, go, go mentality, right? And the less sleep, kind of the better. I remember a family member always saying, I'll just sleep when I'm dead, you know? And I don't think that's the when we sleep, and tell me if I'm wrong, is like that's the time that our body recharges and regenerates. It's like when you have to plug in your cell phone or else it's going to die, right? And I know from a physical therapy and a personal training aspect, when you're sleeping, that's when your growth hormone is coming out. So you need that not just as you're getting, in the younger ages, but also as you're aging, because we want to hold on to that muscle as much as possible, so we can keep up with like independent living and be able to, open a spaghetti jar when we're 99 years old. So let's get into the topic today about really resetting so you can get better sleep. And tell me why evenings are often the hardest to really kind of improve and work on that.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you said before, and it like with the phone, if you don't charge it, it will die. And when we're younger, we don't understand that when we don't sleep enough, it leads to inflammation and to all kinds of problems. But later, we start understanding this more. And also, for those people who still think they can live on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, we age much faster if we don't sleep enough. So, if some people don't care about something inside of them that they don't see, they can see it on their face.
I was going to say, so ladies, listen up. If you don't want any more wrinkles, get that beauty sleep, right?
Yeah. Okay, and about evenings, the thing is that very often women think that they need to do this, this, and this, finish their long to-do list for the
Mhm.
day, and then they will just go to bed, and they're supposed to fall asleep right away. But good sleep is not about starting your night right, but it's more about ending your day right.
Mm.
Like shifting, transitioning smoothly into the time when you can recharge. So very often when I talk to my clients, they say, well, in the evening, I'm supposed to do this, this, and this for my family. And I shouldn't forget about my pets, and I need to clean after them and do this and this and this. And then I just fall onto my bed, and that's all. I'm so exhausted, and I expect to fall asleep, but for some reason it's not working.
Yeah.
And it's not working because we're not machines. We cannot just use that switch and just turn it off.
Yeah.
So we accumulate a lot of tension during the day, um, because we do so much. We think a lot. We have some unprocessed stress,
Mm.
and it accumulates tension in our neck and shoulders, in legs, everywhere.
Mhm.
And so very often we don't realize how much tension we carry in the body. and then it may stop us, prevent us from falling asleep. Um, and we have so many thoughts,
Yeah.
and they can stop us from falling asleep, and so on. And there are some things that may wake us up during the night when we don't want to. So it's so important, so crucial to have some evening routines that it's not about a set of things that you have to do. It's not another to-do list. It's more about um, transitioning
Mm.
smoothly, and you can use whatever you want. But and we can talk about this. Um, it's just something that works for you, something that shows you that the day is over. It's my time now.
Mm.
I need to get ready for sleep, and you do need some time before you go to bed.
Yeah. I agree. It to me, it reminds me of like when you drive a car, you don't slam on the brakes going 60 miles an hour, going super fast, and then expect, the car to be okay, right? There's a lot of wear and tear when you hit those brakes. And if you're kind of coasting into your evening, there's this like you're saying, a transition of like, I think most women are during the day are like go, 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 and you just slam on the brakes at the end of the night. But if you're kind of coasting into your evening, it just kind of slows everything down. It prepares your body, I'm sure, for rest. I know you hit the nail on the head right for me. I know a lot of thoughts have been spinning in my head, and I'll go to sleep soundly, but I will be waking up throughout the night at various hours, whether it's I'm too hot because I'm probably having a hot flash, or because my brain is swirling about the things that I either didn't do or the scary things that my brain thinks I need to be worried about. Um, or if I have to go to the bathroom, right? So those are the normal things that kind of wake everybody up as far as I know. So yeah, so speak a little bit more on, that transition if you'd like, or even I'll let you take it. Go ahead.
Just before I forget, I'd like to address this waking up at two, like between 2 and 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I hear a lot from
Mm-hmm.
women, and very often it has to do with cortisol that's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
rise gradually
Mm-hmm.
and help you wake up, but very often it spikes too quick and makes you wake up in the middle of the night. What is not talked about enough, I think, is that very often it has to do with nervous system,
Mm.
because our brain processes emotional memories, unresolved stress during the night, and when we are not regulated, it's just we're like in overload mode, and it's too much. It's just too much, and it wakes us up.
Mm.
So the more we regulate, the easier we can fall asleep, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed, recharged. Because
Mm-hmm.
another thing that I often hear is that women can sleep, well, they wake up once in a while, but they kind of sleep okay. But then in the morning, they wake up exhausted, like
Mm.
they haven't slept at all. So
Yeah.
it's really, really important to work on regulation of your nervous system, like not just in the evening,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
regularly,
Yeah.
because all of this matters, like how you start your sleep, how you wake up in the morning, and what happens in between. So in the evening, what I like to do is, and what I like to advise is um, adding more awareness to how your body feels.
Mm.
Because if we have all the tension in the body, and we we often don't hear signals from our body until it starts screaming.
Yes.
So if you go 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 all day long, then you may not feel that tension at all, but it's
Yeah.
there. It can cause headaches and all kinds of aches and pains in the body,
Yeah.
and it prevents you from falling asleep
Mm.
peacefully.
Can I
So
can I interrupt for a
yeah,
second? I want to ask. Do you think this is something that we are taught out of? Meaning, like when we're a baby, we know how to sleep. We know all the things that we're quote unquote supposed to do. Do you feel that we are taught this method of, where you just don't regulate and you just ignore? Because it's similar in the weight loss section of like, we all naturally know how to eat when we're born, but this conditioning that we've been brought up in has taught us to ignore our hunger signals, to ignore when we're full, all that stuff. Do you think that's the same in sleep patterns? And
Yes, I completely agree because it's not that we are taught how not to sleep well, but all the things that affect this is something that we kind of unlearn.
mm,
We um, we are taught to sit still. Uh, when kids are at school, they're taught to sit still.
yeah,
They're kind of taught to ignore their desires, to
yeah,
ignore everything their body tells them.
yeah.
So little by little, you just forget what you knew. And yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to offer a simple practice
Hmm.
that helps. It can be done in the morning, in the evening, but I find that in the evening, it really helps to release some of that tension and even pay attention that you do have some tension.
Yeah.
Um, so I I invite you to just breathe in and open your arms and breathe out and give yourself a hug. We don't
Mhm.
have enough hugs in this
No.
world. And also in the evening, it's really important to feel some support. And it's great if you have people you love that can give you support. But we often forget that we always have us, and it's good
Mhm.
if we support ourselves and don't fight ourselves. So when we give ourselves a hug, we can also relax the neck, and we can kind of rock back and forth or from side to side. If it feels good, we can kind of tap ourselves on the shoulders, like, I'm doing really well.
Mm.
And then pick any shoulder and just start squeezing and releasing muscles.
Hmm.
Just feel whatever feels good. Maybe a little stronger, maybe more gently. And just notice what's going on in your neck and your shoulder. And then go down your arm. I'm holding it up so you can see, but you can just relax it. Wrist, hand, fingers, and then give attention to each finger. Squeeze and release gently with the joints. And you can even thank your fingers
Mm.
and your thumb for
Hmm.
working hard for you. We often forget that our body works a lot and it always does its best. And rub the center of your palm. And now we'll do the same thing. The same shoulder, squeeze and release. Same shoulder. You can close your eyes or you can look at your hand just to connect better to your body and notice how it feels the second time. Has
Mm.
anything changed?
Yeah. It's a little softer.
You notice any tension or notice anything. And now again, every finger. When you're at home, you can do it. The slower, the better. So we're not very slow right now.
Yeah.
So just
You
to
know,
give you
I was
the
going to say, for anybody that's listening to the podcast, you can also check this out on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. That way you can see what the heck we're doing.
thank you. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, and now we'll just go like rub off all tension from shoulder to the fingers a couple of times. And now close your eyes, relax your arms, and just notice the difference in sensations in both of your arms.
Mm.
one of them may feel more awake or more something, more energized.
Yeah. Yeah, my
And
one side
now,
feels definitely feels almost softer, if that's a interesting. And then the side that we didn't work on is like it's kind of feels
uh-huh,
tight and like, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Can we do
awesome.
the other side?
For time's sake, let's hold off on that. But
Okay.
again, you guys that are listening or watching, you can absolutely do the other side as we're, just
Yeah.
rewind it and rewatch it. So
Yeah,
yeah, but
just a comment about this.
mhm.
When you do the other side, just notice and compare, because very often we do not realize that we have more tension in one side of our body.
Mm,
And even when you just notice that, you send signals to your brain what it
mhm.
needs to work on, and while you sleep, it will be working on it. So
Okay.
after you do both sides, just pause for a little bit and notice how your body feels. Notice your thoughts. Notice how you breathe, because very often we forget to breathe and we
Mm-hmm.
kind of pause and it's not good. So just little things like this help you notice what's going on and release some tension.
Yeah, I
And
think this is going to
if
be
you
super
start
helpful for everyone.
yeah, and
Yeah.
if you start yawning, that's a really good sign. It means that your parasympathetic nervous system is on, it's activated and ready to rest, digest, recharge, and all of that. Sleep.
Awesome. So that's good to know. I mean, I knew yawns. Actually, when you were talking about yawns, the first thing that popped in my head is when it's a true yawn that everybody else yawns when they're around you. But if it's a fake yawn, have you ever heard that? It's such a side note thing. If it's a fake yawn, then nobody yawns. Have you ever heard that?
No,
No.
sorry.
If
Can you?
anybody's listening, if you've heard that, please go over to Instagram at Instagram weight loss for women over 40 and let me know if you've heard that. So just another random side note. Um, so kind of dive into like a realistic way to help the body downshift before you get ready for bed.
Yeah, so yeah, I mentioned tension, so we can do something for the body. Some massage could be really good. Something even just rubbing your hands or your feet
Mm,
with some oil, adding some essential oils would be good, because it's about anything that can help you to make this time special. Like it's not the day, it's evening, it's time to get ready. So I like to use, I have them here. I like to use lavender oil and mix it with orange oil. And also the best essential oil for women over 40 is clary sage.
mm.
It's really, really good for balancing hormones. Uh, it works as a natural antidepressant. So, sorry,
That's
sometimes
okay.
it's difficult for me to pronounce words, and it helps to sleep. So very often I use something like a diffuser I have
Hmm.
right here
Hmm.
uh, for essential oils, or a foot bath is really good. Some warm water.
A foot bath, is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay, I
yes,
wasn't sure if
yes.
you said food or foot.
No.
Foot bath. Okay. Food bath
Yeah,
sounds
so
interesting though,
just
but
just some warm water, and water is like it has some magical effect.
mm,
It helps to relax. You can add some sea salt, put some essential oils on it, and then it works in several ways. It helps to relax because of temperature, because it feels good, because you
mm,
can smell
mm,
uh, the um, the aromas, and also if that smell has some good memories, some good associations,
mm, hmm.
it anchors, time for a charge, time to get ready to sleep. So I use that a lot. And also for many people, journaling is good because it
Mm,
helps you to kind of take your thoughts out of your head and
yeah.
put them on paper and kind of leave them there
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't work for everyone, but it works for many people. And I think the big thing is just try to get out of your head into your body. The
Mm,
closer the time to go to bed, the more we need to be doing that. Just
mm,
notice what's going on and do something pleasant. Maybe get some texture that feels good, some cushions, something that we can touch, something
mm.
warm, some warm tea or something, just whatever makes you feel cozy,
Yeah.
comfortable.
It's as you're saying this, I have a comforter on my bed and a blanket, and it's I've noticed that for me, I like weighted blankets because it kind of
Hmm.
keeps it's like getting a hug, right, from a blanket. But yeah, I would say my a blanket if you can because you can snuggle up and it's warm and all that, right? Would that be
Yeah,
effective, or is it more like hot
yeah.
tea and okay.
No, whatever works for you is
Mm,
effective.
okay.
So everything that helps you transition, and also just like I'd like to focus on not making it into a to-do list. Like I
Yeah.
have to do this with essential oils, and I have to do this, this, and this, because then we spend more time in our heads. And if we don't do something, we start worrying about this. I didn't
Hmm.
do this thing, and this is why I
And I didn't
cannot
do it
fall asleep.
perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no expectations, no perfectionism. Just ask yourself, what can I do today? What can I realistically do today? And if I don't do something, well, it's okay. Just be compassionate with yourself. Um, and even, if you cannot fall asleep, sometimes we just can't. We do everything possible, but there may be some emotional blocks that stop us from falling asleep. The day was too much and it
Hmm.
needs processing. So, what I focus on is creating all the conditions to welcome sleep, but not forcing sleep.
Hmm.
No, there is a big difference.
Yeah. So I think one of the questions, at least popped in my head, and I think a lot of the listeners will have, and they're going to be like, well, how much time do I need to set aside? Right.
Mhm.
And I know you said do kind of whatever feels good, but I know when I was running my children around for soccer and things like that, when you have that kind of a schedule where you're like, oh my gosh, I've got, 20 minutes to take a shower and then go to bed. Like what do you recommend for a time frame to kind of wind down? I'm
Mhm.
sure 2 hours is probably like awesome, but I don't know if it's realistic for people that are running around.
Yeah,
So what do
two
you suggest?
hours is awesome. 1 hour is great. If you don't have 1 hour, if you have 10 minutes, just, um, you know, the less time you have, the more intentional you have to be with your time.
Mm, hmm.
And just make this 10 minutes as intentional as possible. Just unload your thoughts as much as you can. Do something for your body. Uh, uh, put some oil with essential oils maybe on your hands. It will take 1 minute.
Hmm.
When you're doing this, you can think what you're grateful for, or,
Mm,
just you can put things together
yeah.
and just you can listen to some music that helps you, something nice and soothing, something
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, and for everyone listening, I want you to notice she said nothing about looking at your phone, checking your email, scrolling on something, some screen time, that kind of thing. Like, and I think as women, we definitely need to start spending more time for ourselves in general because we are constantly running around taking care of the dog, taking care of the pets, taking care of the kids, the partner, everything, and then you leave yourself last on the list. So set aside the time, even if it's 15 minutes a night, to unwind and, use some of these practices and see how they work for you. So, Natalia, tell everyone about your evening journal guide.
Yeah. So I have a small gift for all of you. It's an evening journaling guide. It has some prompts to do in the evening, so you can print it out and spend a few minutes with it if you like, um, with some music on. and just see how it works for you. You can use your own prompts. It's just something to show you direction, what you can use in the evening. And also, this guide has some links to my free Facebook group for women. It's called Recharge and Thrive, Nervous System Regulation for Women Who Work, Lead, and Care. And we talk a lot about sleep, focus, energy there. And also, if you'd like to explore a little bit about what can be done for your nervous system so you can improve your sleep, there's a link there for to book a free 20-minute call with me. So I hope you will enjoy your gift.
Yeah, that is an awesome gift. And the link I'm going to leave in the show notes so you can go grab that and check out her community and definitely book a 20-minute call. I'm sure that it will be beneficial for you to kind of just again, I think sleep is such a big topic that and tied in with the whole mindset and how we women just put ourselves last. Like, I think set aside 20 minutes to book a call with Natalia. That's what I suggest. All right, so let's get into the lightning round. This is kind of a fun little thing that I like to do at the end of the interviews just to kind of get everyone to know you a little bit better. Um, so I'm going to start off pretty easy. Do you like coffee or tea?
I like both. I
Oh,
love coffee and I love herbal tea.
herbal tea. Awesome. Um, what is your favorite color and why?
I like dark red. For
Mm,
some reason, it's just it's all about life, energy to me.
I would not have picked that color, but I would have thought like because like you have a little bit of red in your background, right? At
Yeah,
your
that's
with
a
your
heart
heart.
that
Yeah.
my daughter made for me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I was picking a softer pastel for you. Anyway, I like though.
I
Red
love
is a
those colors
strong
too.
color. What's that?
Yeah, I love those colors too, but when I look for energy, when I'm really tired, I really like some red, but not bright red, just a little bit darker.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. What is your favorite book and why?
Ah, my favorite book. I'm lost right now because lately I've been reading so many books just for different purposes,
Uh-huh.
book clubs. So my mind went blank. So
It's okay. Too overwhelmed of too many books. Okay, I'll ask you one more a different question. What is the best advice that you had ever been given in general? Doesn't have to be
in
specific
general,
to sleeping, but it can be if you
yeah,
think of it.
it was a question that was I was asked by a naturopathic doctor when I was really sick when in my 20s,
Hmm.
and she asked me when I didn't want to listen really to advice.
Hmm.
She asked, do you really care about diagnosis or do you want to be healthy? And I
Mm.
said, well, I want to be healthy, but I really want to know what's exactly wrong with me just to get well. And she said, well, you've been given several ones. Just listen to me. Do you want to know the diagnosis or do you want to get well? And I said, well, I guess I want to be well. And that question kind of started a lot of quests in my life, just learning different ways to interact with my body, with connect to people, to nature, and so on. So
Yeah, I
not
think
an
that's,
advice, but something that,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I think it sparked something in you. I know, I think even when I work with clients, a lot of the things is we want to figure it out and we go to the past, right? So like what's wrong, what needs to be fixed, and we spend a lot of time in that instead of, okay, that's what you got. Where do you want to go? You know what I mean? We spend so much time trying to
yeah,
problem solve instead of going just it'll it was in the past. You don't need to figure it out. It's already happened. Now move forward, right? And keep going in that direction. In that
yeah.
direction. Yeah, awesome. Well, Natalia, thank you so much for being on. You've been a pleasure to have as a guest, and I think that everyone is going to find a lot of value in what you gave them today and also in your free gift that you're going to be giving to everybody. So thank you again for taking the time and coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Nikki. It was a great pleasure for me.
Awesome. All right. Well, I know, Natalia, it's late where you are, so I hope you go start your evening routine so you can go to sleep.
Yeah,
And for
I'm
everybody else,
ready. I have my journal here.
you're all ready. She's ready to go to bed. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you everybody for listening and watching, and I will see you on the next episode.